Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namo. Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Namine Sri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Aurarya Madhurya Gunai Sayuktam Varam Varenyam Purushamantam Narayanam Tvam Sirasa Nama Hridandinam Bhakta Shiromani Shri Krishna Pada Javadai Chaitanya Lila Amrita Sarasaram Narayanam Sam Satatam Prapadye Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Hari, Hari Bo. Nitai Gaur Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Let me offer millions of obeisances of the lotus feet of the Gurudev, Rupananda Guru Varga, Rama Nishka Santa Sipada, Dandavat. All present past teacher Vaishnava Satavan Dandavat Pranam. Vancha Kalpataru Vyasya Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Vaishnavebhyo Namo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama. Hey. So, Friday is Vijaya Ekadasi. Then today's 10th. Shivaratri 16. Then Bhaktivedanta Madhav is my disappearance day, 18th. Purushottam concludes day. Then 25th Sankalpa or Navadip Dham Parikrama. 26th Parikrama. 27th Ekas, Amlaki Ekas. Then third is Gaur Purnima. Fourth is Jagannath Mishra's Anandastava. So this is what. Now yesterday was very interesting. Let me shut down my phone. Mhm. Sorry for this. Disturbances. Um, now, reading from this third volume, question Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's Upadeshamrita. Or, or wealth and woman obstacles to one's progress in devotional service. Hmm? Kamini Kanchana, Bhakti Badaka, Kamini, huh? Kanchana. So, of course, you should not think that, oh, we are criticizing women or men like that. If you, at the time of death, if you think of woman, we become woman in the next life. If we think of man, not normally become man. You know? So, if we suppose this is how it was. Suppose somebody, man, for example, giving you too much trouble. Oh, they always abusing me. They lady thinking like, you know, thinking, oh, like. So, Bhagavad Gita, whatever we are thinking at the time of death, become that. Then what he does, he abuses. And we get abused again. So, actually, that's why we should not find fault in others because it is our own doing. You know, nobody else is responsible out of ignorance. That's why the best thing you can do is give knowledge. Why? So, without criticizing. You're like there, like that. What is this? Soul is beautiful. Why you? This body is anyway becoming old. So, there is no. So that's why we should not concern with the bodily appearance or anything like that. That's why we would like to learn. We should get taught or told, you know, superficial thing. Don't look at outside. How one dresses looks like this and that. You know. Inside soul is so beautiful. It has so good qualities. It has loving nature. Temporarily, whatever reason, it is not doing that. You know, it is covered over. So it is not his fault, or her fault. So that's why finding fault with this bodily dress, looking at the dress, you know, it's like suppose somebody wearing some dress, you could, oh, look at this dress. Wait a minute, that was made not by that person or who is wearing that. A company made it. And he or she is wearing that. So why you blame her? You know? And it is a temporary thing. No matter how expensive the dress is, it's going to break apart. Is it not? So today it may look nice. Another 1 year, 2 year later, then you don't like it. Right? This is what it is. Sankalpa Vikalpa. What is best today? Oh, nothing sometime later. So that's why we should not. judge from that perspective. It's a waste of time. So this is what the Maya does. That's why our sages keep telling, huh? Sunibe, dekibe, bolibe na. Meaning what? You see, observe, you hear, but don't tell from the mouth. You know. So if you follow that, see how much trouble we'll be out of it. See, most of the trouble we get in is because of the tongue, uncontrolled, misguided tongue. Okay. So we have to concentrate on that, controlling, guiding. So that's why, but we have to understand the tattva. So we are not trying to find fault, always criticize woman or like that. Everybody has a place. If you look at them as, oh, how nicely they are serving Krishna, you engage them in service. That is the best. But one will say for our own sense gratification, then it's a fine. That's why you have to know the working of the Maya. Working of the Maya, then we'll be protected. But it is working for the interest of Krishna, testing. See, you might ask the question, why Krishna put all these things, I avoided. He asked the same question to the university or colleges, schools. Why they conduct tests, exams? What is the need? No exam, no test. What will happen? What will happen? Can you imagine? So, uh, tests and exams are necessary to evaluate so that we can learn and all that. You know, Otherwise, no test, no exam. You can imagine what will happen. Everybody, so especially doctors. Okay, doctors they go to medical college. No exam, no test. What will happen? You think, do you go and consult the doctor? We have no exam, nothing. You think you will have learned properly? What a understand? Same thing, an engineer. We have learned no test, no exam, nothing. He doesn't read, prepare, just got a degree. How he will build something, or you see what I'm saying? How he will perform his work. So same way, Maya is being tested. So that's why he sends all this stuff. So if you are under shelter of a guru, he will tell you, hey, Maya is testing, this is what how she tests. This is what. Then we'll be careful, will not be trapped. So this is what we are. Yeah. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Yes, there are certainly great obstacles to one's progress in devotional service. Kanaka, wealth, Kamini, sex partners, and Pratishta, fame and prestige are cherished in this world, but they are merely temptations. Wealth, sex partners, fame, and prestige are cherished in this world, is it not? But they are merely temptations. We conditioned souls are constantly being attracted to objects of sense enjoyment. Maya, the illusory potency of Lord Krishna, entices us with temptations that will further bind us. Maya binds living entities to repeated transmigration in the miserable material world with the allurement of sex pleasure. uh, For example, a female elephant may be used to tempt and capture a male elephant, leading to it being chained in captivity. This is how they catch elephants in the forest. Living entities rush toward the miserable material world due to misunderstanding unreal things to be real and falsely perceiving it to be a place for their pleasure. We are looking for pleasure, okay, no doubt about it. Nothing wrong in that. It's the nature. But it is in the wrong place. Pleasure is there in the service of Krishna without side effects, without any interest. But we are trying to find here, so is the problem. Maya manifests the temporary pleasures of the material world solely to deceive living entities. Everything in this world that appears to be beautiful and desirable to our eyes, which are always searching for enjoyable sense objects, is actually bait that will trap us, like a worm placed on a hook is used to catch a fish. You know how they catch a fish? You know, they have a bait, the worm in it, and they go. And the fish is looking for, oh, nice worm. Gets stuck. So, like this, the things of this material world, senses, is catching. Those who indulge in sensual pleasures will be deceived and bound by the shackles of Maya. I will eat, drink, and go to hell. This mentality is devouring humanity. What could be more shameful? You know, in spite of all this technology, have we changed? Eat, drink, and go to hell. Do people in this world respect pure saintly persons? A supremely pure substance is rare and not easily obtained. Therefore, respect for a supremely pure person is rare. Saintly persons who direct living entities to Bhagavan through speaking and chanting about his glories rather than lead them astray are generally not respected in this world. In the present age of quarrel and hypocrisy, it has become the so called religious practice for foolish people to be deceived by impostors who lead them astray under the guise of religion. This is also on and on. Real saints do not deceive people by telling stories that align with their worldly desires. Rather, they expose the faults of deceitful proponents of syncretism, Samanvayavadis, who incorrectly assume that all of the various philosophies and religious practice are acceptable and lead to the same result. Syncretism. Oh, everything leads to the same thing. So enjoy now and forget later. So only the fortunate become cautious after hearing the teachings of a saintly person. The teachings of a supremely pure saintly person and the Harikatha spoken by a devotee of Bhagavan are beneficial for us, even if they go against our current interests or beliefs. There are few customers for pure things. Customers for fake things are more numerous. Milk must be sold from door to door, but alcohol sells by itself. Another example. No. What a strange. alcohol destroys, but see, uh, itself by itself. Huh? Uh, Durbalata and Kapadata. What is the difference between being weak and being deceitful? What is the difference between weak and being deceitful? Duplicity or hypocrisy is different from weakness. That is, Kapadata and Durbalata are not the same. Only a person without duplicity can attain auspiciousness. A duplicitous person cannot be happy. Vaishnavata or qualities of a devotee of Lord Krishna is another word for simplicity. Devotees are simplicity. Huh? Because Krishna is simplicity. Uh, a duplicitous person is a non-devotee. Simple person may be weak, but not duplicitous. A duplicitous person says one thing but thinks something else. Weak people may feel ashamed, but sad or hurt due to their drawbacks. But duplicitous people are always proud of their bravery. A duplicitous person thinks, I will cheat the Acharya, spiritual master who teaches by example and establishes proper religious principle. I will cheat the Acharya. I will throw dust in the eyes of the Vaidya. Doctor, but referring to the Acharya who treats the disease of material existence. So duplicate person thinks, I will cheat the Acharya. I will throw dust in the eyes of the Vaidya. I will hide the venomous, deadly serpent of my evil tendencies in the room of deceit and nourish it with milk and bananas. I will not let people know about this, and I will gain their respect by disguising myself as a saint. Such thinking is not a sign of weakness, but duplicity. One who thinks like this will never experience well being and auspiciousness. So, there was one doctor famous, GM. The other day, I saw very nice. Some, um, ah, very nice. So he said, think about it, meditate on this. Okay. See, the mind and the brain are two different things. Mind is like consciousness is whole body. Brain is now to and mind is not material. You know, material meaning not the gross material, is the subtle material, not a gross material. But the medicines we take is all gross medicine, isn't it? Ah, so his argument is because all the diseases are due to mind, you know, have origin. So how we can treat disease with the with medicines like a gross medicine, like pharmacy, pills, injection. How is it? He says no. That's why you don't need any medicines, including diabetes. He said, you know, diabetes is not the upside down of the sugar. It's only indicator. Uh, the blood, the It happens in the liver. It- liver some function gets disturbed. That's manifest as a diabetic thing. Cancer, the cells start eating each other. Why? You started hating somebody else. Oh no, they are hating it. Gradually, like that, what happens is the cells are not used to it. Okay. Because the cell, our body started with one cell or two cells, then became 100 trillion cells. So they're all like one family, nicely one cooperating. But in the mind, if you are always thinking, oh, yeah, hating somebody, this and that. Wait a minute, I'm a neighbor. That person is also. The cells are thinking, what is different? So when they start, they get confused and they start hating each other. The cells. That's what it is. The cancer. Autoimmune. Our immune system, instead of protecting, starts attacking us. It's because we had hatred. So psychosomatic. In other words, it's thinking of uh, that. Huh? Ah, I, ah.
ನೀವು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ.
ಅದೇನೆ.
ಆಯ್ತು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನೀವ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರ ಅದ್ ನಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಆಯ್ತು ಆಗ್ಬೋದು.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ ಗೋಗ್ಲು ಕಟ್ಟಾಕ್ಬಾರ್ದು.
ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ದು ಗುರಿ ಇರೋದು ಹಾಗೇನೆ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನಮ್ದು ಗುರಿ ಇರೋದು ಹಾಗೇನೆ. ನಾವು ಅದೇ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ.
ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರೋದ ನಾನೊಂದ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಈಗ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮೇವಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತೀನೋ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಮೇವಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು 50,000 ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೇನಾದ್ರೆ ಸೆಟ್ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಒಂದ್ ದೊಡ್ಡದೊಂದು ಸೆಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನೀವು ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಾನೇ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ನಮ್ JCB ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಳ್ಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗನ ಬಿಲ್ಡರ್ನ ಒಬ್ಬನ ಕಳ್ಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನೊಂದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದೊಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಆಯ್ತು ಮಾಡೋಣ.
ನೀವೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಒಂದು ಹೋಮ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಇಬ್ರು. So it's not the first time, but this is the psychosomatic. The grows from this subtle. That's why. Uh, Even in a computer, see for example, hardware, software. The hardware, by fixing hardware, how we are going to influence the software? Cannot fix software by fixing the hardware. Of course, malfunctions. Whereas uh, so fixing software is a different by itself, in a sense, or harmonious. Uh, so something like that. Uh, One can gradually achieve true well-being only by being sincere and humbly hearing profound discourses from a saint. We will end up cutting our own throats if we act in the following ways. Where, we're cutting our own throat, follow this. If we dress as devotees but give importance to worldly matters and remain engrossed in them, if we carry a tridanda, triple staff of a renunciate, but secretly nurture a malicious intentions like Ravana, who disguised himself as a Tridandi sannyasi and kidnapped Mother Sita. or if we engage in many extraneous activities and merely pretend to perform devotional service to Lord Hari. So this should not be the case, you know. So even if we are weak and have many unwanted habits for countless lifetimes, we will not be terribly harmed. However, we will face many troubles if we act even once with hypocrisy and duplicity. And if we remain intoxicated in worldly pleasures and sense gratification while dressing as devotees, it is acceptable to be born in thousands of different species, including animals, birds, and insects. But it is never acceptable to act with duplicity. See, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is so against duplicitous. You know, suppose you dress as a police, right? Ha! And go for stealing. Ha! You think is good, you know. So, and the dress of police is important. You know, it restrains. Even though you might have bad quality of stealing, all right, okay. You might have, but then you put on a dress of a police. Then you go and steal. No. Then it is a restrainment. See, restraining. No, I become aware of the dress. Oh, I'm a policeman dress. See, I cannot do this. So that way it helps get out of that habit. You know? So that's why the devotee dress, putting some norms are there. It will enforce us. So we should not go there. If we do, then we are doing great harm. You know, it's like Ravana. You know, see, sannyasi is amazing. You know, in India, I will tell you so many things is happening. People from other world, who are envious. You know, they put on a dress like sadhu and they go like this. And when a opportunity comes, they throw bomb in this dress. You know. So it is really disgusting. When you become selfish, duplicitous. Duplicitous meaning what? You like a deer, you appear like deer, but you have a mentality of like a lion. Not a deer mentality. Something like that. So we should not. Devotee simplicity. Coming from where? Recognizing Lord is everywhere. Lord is simplicity. Lord stands for simplicity. He's everywhere. He is watching us everywhere. He is in between the atom, in the atom, in the heart of everybody. He is watching, watching, watching. Oh, watching. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Can you cheat Krishna? See, can you cheat? Ha! You know, you'll get cheated. You know. So if you cheat, Krishna is even no one can surpass the way Krishna cheats. Okay, if he does. So he's aggregate, he's know, supermost in everything. So that's why we should not do for the places. Simplicity, simplicity. See, that's what attracts to others. Sophisticated, look one thing, yeah, something else. So that mentality. So how we can do? We have to pray. Oh Prahlad Maharaj, oh Guru Varga, oh Guru Dev, please take away my this duplicitous nature. Please. First we should have the desire to, first we should recognize that we are duplicitous. Okay. Second, we should desire to get rid of it. Third, we have to pray. Great personalities who are not duplicitous. So these three process we can progress, we can give up. Huh? What is the reason for our misery? When we do not discuss the answer to this vital, who am I? You know, what is the reason for our misery? He's saying, who am I? My count whom? When we do not discuss the answer to this vital question, with saintly personalities, we face trouble and misery in this material world. Who am I? Various kinds of temptations in the material world continually attract us. The very moment we become even slightly inattentive, the demoness Maya, Lord Krishna's illusory potency, grasps us by the throat and swallows us. There is no way to be freed from the clutches of Maya, the illusory potency of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, other than hearing daily about the divine pastimes of Bhagavan. If we divine pastime of Bhagavan, then Maya cannot touch us. It's like sun is there. Wherever there is sun, think there is a darkness. So think of Krishna or his pastimes, same thing, huh? No difference. So there Maya cannot come. So according to Sriman Mahaprabhu, what is the most important human duty? What is the most important human duty? According to Mahaprabhu's Sriman. First answer. First, we need to understand the answer to the question, who am I? Once we comprehend this, we will naturally come to know what our duty is. See, Gaurangam Deva taught us that we are atomic conscious entities belonging to Lord Krishna. We are Karshna Vastu. Karshna, correct. Vastu. Object. Belonging to Lord Krishna. We are atomic conscious entities belonging to Lord Krishna. We are Vaishnavas, meaning that we are connected to Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna and Lord Vishnu are not different. Vaishnava meaning what? One who is connected with Vishnu, with Krishna. That is Vaishnava. We are not Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu. We are infinitesimal individual conscious entities. Bhagavan is the infinite, all-pervading, boundless, conscious entity. The minute living entity can never attain the status of the Supreme Lord and Controller. As living entities who belong to Lord Krishna, we have no duty other than serving Him. We belong to Krishna, Karshna Vastu. Right? belonging to Krishna. Then what? You have to serve Krishna, nothing else. When we turn away from or become ours to that service, we forget our true eternal nature and we are devoured by the fearsome chaos of Maya, the illusory potency of Lord Krishna. When by the grace of saintly personalities and a spiritual master, our knowledge of relationship is awakened, we realize that we are eternal servants of Lord Krishna and that all worldly things are instruments or paraphernalia for serving Him. When by the grace of saintly personalities and a spiritual master, our knowledge of relationship is awakened, we realize that we are eternal servants of Lord Krishna and that all worldly things are instruments or paraphernalia for serving Him. के माने के ना माने सबे Krishna Das. How nicely Bhakti Siddhanta. Whether one accepts it or not, we are all servants of Lord Sri Krishna. He is the eternal master of every living entity. Whether one accepts it or not, we are all servants of Lord Sri Krishna. He is the eternal master of every living entity. Service to Lord Krishna is the living entity's sole, eternal, supreme duty. Apart from that, they have no other duty. However, when we turn away from serving the Supreme Lord, we become bewildered by false ego and mistakenly consider ourselves to be enjoyers and controllers of material nature and doers of material activities. This false or mundane ego misguides us. Ignorant people believe that they themselves perform all activities. But in reality, those activities are performed by the senses, which are impelled by the modes of material nature. When the function of our consciousness is absorbed in enjoying sense objects in the external or material world, this function is referred to as the mind. When the function of our consciousness is absorbed in enjoying sense objects in the external material world, this function is referred as the mind. The mind is a distorted condition of the true nature of the self, Atma Swarup. In other words, mind is the enjoyer of the dull matter. Ha! How you put it? Mind, the mind is the enjoyer of the dull matter. The mind remains awake. Okay. ये अभी कल सुबह आपको बोला है
हाँ बोल रहे थे कितना बजे निकले
ये लोग कितना बजे बोल रहे हैं
उन्होंने बोला 7 बजे का पहले से कुछ बोला
अच्छा फिर हम अग्निहोत्र करेंगे
हाँ
अग्नि के पहले इधर से निकलेंगे
हाँ हाँ
और पहुंचना है
7 बजे का पहले वहाँ रहना है सब
अच्छा फिर अभी छोटू को बोलो यज्ञ का नाम गुरु पूजा हो जाएंगे ना गुरु पूजा तुरंत निकल जाएंगे
ठीक
बट रेडी रखना हाँ?
हाँ
और रस्सी वगैरह होना और देवेंद्र को बोलो कल दूध निकलना कोई दूसरा करना चाहिए
ठीक
सभी बात कर देना
हाँ हाँ
नहीं तो वो ये सब नहीं होगा फर्स्ट में
गाड़ी कौन सा है
कुमार का
हाँ
कुमार का है
ठीक
सभी कंफर्म करो हाँ?
ठीक
So, when the function of our consciousness is observed in enjoying sense objects in the external or material world, this function is referred to as the mind. The mind is a distorted condition of the true nature of the self. In other words, mind is the enjoyer of the dull matter. The mind remains awake and active in a subordinate or peon-like role when the soul undergoes sleep. It indulges in sense enjoyment through the false ego of being the doer. Under the influence of thus, the mind deceives the soul and experiences only pleasure and pain. Under the influence of sin, papa, and pious merit, the mind alternates between experiencing heaven or hell. Therefore, the mind is the chief enemy of the soul. The essence of all scriptures instruct us to control the mind. We all need to become liberated. One is liberated when one is situated in one's original, eternal, constitutional, spiritual nature, and one is harmoniously engaged in loving service to Lord Krishna with all of one's spiritual senses. When by great fortune a soul awakens from its sleeping condition, it understands that its eternal constitutional duty, Nitya Dharma, and original spiritual nature is to serve Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul. The only means by which one can attain eternal welfare is to perform devotional service to Bhagavan and to receive His grace. Only the human body is suitable for such devotional service to Lord Hari. One cannot engage in it using any other type of body. Sri Gauranga Deva inaugurated the Sankirtana movement. He is the source of all incarnations, and he descended from Svetadvipa in the spiritual sky to deliver the fallen, conditioned souls of Kali Yuga, the age of darkness and hypocrisy. He is the most compassionate manifestation of the Lord. He freely distributes love of God to one and all without any discrimination or consideration of qualification. He imparted the teaching that loud glorification of the name, form, qualities, and pastimes of Lord Krishna is the sole duty of living entities. He expressed this in the four lines of the word Prunadapi Sunichemas Shastra. Those who seek liberation from the material world, supreme bliss, and the treasure of eternal joy, constantly engage in Sri Nama Sankirtan, loud chanting of the names of the Lord. The holy name of Lord Hari is not different from Lord Hari himself. Shabda Brahma, in the form of Lord Krishna's holy name, can deliver us from the material world and bestow knowledge and love for Lord Krishna upon us. We should aspire to chant Krishna Nam in a mood of being more humble than a blade of grass and more tolerant than a tree. This mood of Trunadati Sunichena will destroy at the root the self-destructive or suicidal thought, I'm Brahmasmi, I'm Brahma, I'm the spirit whole, I'm the supreme Brahman, I'm one with the absolute truth. Devotees who perform kirtana, loud glorification of the holy names of the Lord Krishna, regard themselves as servants of Sri Nama, the holy names of Lord Krishna. They consider every living entity in the world as meant for Lord Sri Krishna's enjoyment. and every object as an instrument of paraphernalia for serving him. The holy name, transcendental form, and worshipable deity of Lord Sri Krishna. The holy name, transcendental form, and worshipable deity of Lord Sri Krishna, not different from Lord Sri Krishna himself. The holy name of the Lord Sri Krishna is directly the embodiment of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. The holy name of the Lord Krishna is the beloved son of Sri Nanda Maharaj and Mother Sri Yashoda. The holy name of Lord Sri Krishna can speak. Ha ha! Nicely. The holy name of Lord Sri Krishna can speak. The holy name of Lord Sri Krishna is the indwelling super soul, Antarya, who is omniscient. Lord Krishna manifests in the form of his holy name in the hearts of the one who is simple and not too precious, in eyes that have spiritual vision, and a tongue that is eager for devotional service, in ears that are inclined to hear about the sweet pastimes of Lord Krishna, and in other senses of a spiritual practitioner, but are dedicated to giving happiness to the senses of Lord Krishna. Oh Krishna, Govinda. All of one's desires can be fulfilled by loud congregational chanting of the holy names of Lord Sri Krishna. Krishna also did that. Even the semblance of us of the congregational chanting destroys all sins and shackles and slackens bondage to worldly existence. Then a living entity becomes free from the tendency to chant only the semblance of the holy name and becomes eligible to chant the pure holy name. The holy name of Lord Sri Krishna is Akila Rasamrita Sindhu, an ocean of all nectarian transcendental mellows. Devotees of Bhagavan Sri Krishna serve him by engaging in loud congregation chanting of the holy names. Such chanting eliminates all of our misfortunes, and when our heart becomes purified, the holy name manifests. The holy name of Sri Krishna is Purushottama Vastu, the Supreme Person. The holy name is Leela Purushottama, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who performs sweet pastimes such as the Rasa dance, the gopis. The holy name is the Supreme Person. The holy name has sweet, supreme, free will, and independence. The holy name is the master of the universe. He is the controller, maintainer, and protector of the universe. The holy name overcomes all of one's obstacles and difficulties, no matter how many there might be, regardless of how many bad impressions might be in one's heart. If one chants the holy name, one's heart becomes pure, and all of one's errors, offenses, and misconceptions will be dispelled. So, During the initial stage of chanting the holy name, one may not be able to utter the pure name due to the accumulation of unwanted desires, habits, and thoughts from countless past lifetimes. However, as one continuously chants the holy name, all of these anarthas will gradually be eliminated. All potencies, all facilities, and all kinds of joy exist within the holy name of Lord Krishna. The holy name of Lord Krishna is the embodiment of uninterrupted absolute bliss and complete knowledge. The transcendental holy name of Lord Krishna, which is beyond the influence of the material modes of nature, arises in a transcendental heart, which is also beyond that influence. The holy name does not appear in a heart that is influenced or bound by the modes of material nature. So, uh, Lord Krishna alone is the object of our worship. The holy name does not appear in a heart that is influenced or bound by the modes of material nature. Worship of the Lord of love takes place in the heart full of love. One cannot serve Lord Krishna, the Lord of love, with love that is weakened by awe and reverence. The holy name of Lord Krishna, which is the embodiment of all nectarian mellows, cannot be compared with the holy name of Lord Rama. The ocean of nectarian mellows that surges within the holy name of Lord Krishna is not even fractionally present in the holy name of Lord Rama. The holy name of Lord Rama is complete, Purna, while the holy name of Krishna is most complete, Purnatama. Krishna Govinda Gopala. The holy name of the Lord Krishna is the most complete, Purnatama. The whole and the source of all incarnations, Avatar. While the name of the Lord Rama is complete, part and an incarnation. In the cause of all causes, the holy name of Lord Krishna accepts loving service only from servants who are transcendental and devoid of duplicity. See, Lord Sri Krishna is the source of incarnations, and Lord Sri Ramchandra is an incarnation. Lord Sri Krishna is Leela Purushottama, Supreme Personality of Godhead, who performs sweet pastimes such as the Rasa dance. Lord Sri Krishna's unique, supreme sweetness is exhibited in its fullest measure in his divine pastimes, Leela Madhuri, in the enchanting of the melody of his flute, Venu Madhuri, and in the unparalleled beauty of his form, Rupa Madhuri, and in the depth of his loving exchanges with his devotees, Prema Madhuri. These four qualities of the supreme, these four qualities of supreme sweetness are not present in the Lord Sri Ramachandra, who is Lord of Narayana, Vishnu, and all of the demigods. The Lord of Maya, illusory potency of Lord Krishna. supreme absolute truth, transcendental to any material designation, and eternal. Lord Sri Krishna is the original Supreme Lord, Shama Bhagavan, who is endowed with 64 principal qualities. He is Nandanandan, son of Sri Nanda Maharaj. So, now we will continue this on Thursday. I think I got up 3 o'clock. I'm not taking any rest. Instead, so I ask, please forgive me. Uh, we'll continue Thursday. Regular question and answers. So serving Krishna. Serving Krishna will not lead us to indebtedness. Suppose we serve others. So, we feel out of indebted. Oh, I'm indebted to you. So let me serve. Like that. Like yesterday we were telling, we are indebted to everybody, every living entity. You understand? Because we are related to every living entity some time ago, some previous life. So we are related. But do we have that knowledge, understanding? No, I'm only related to my father, mother, husband, daughter, wife, children. But other living entities, wait a minute. You are related to them in all previous lives or no. So, in other words, we are old family. So, don't you want, if you want to really do a favor, don't you want favor for all the living entities? Only few countable living entities. Oh, my family, for this present life. But previous lives, everybody was our family. If you extend it like that. We are indebted to so many millions, billions. So, how we can repay? So, this is the thing, Mr. So, like that. That's why we serve Krishna. We are serving everybody. Everybody will be happy. So, when we serve our children, our husband, mother, father, wife, so we recognize that, oh no, Lord Krishna in our heart. So serving in his heart, like that, serving him. So in connection with him, we serve and we serve. Then it is complete. Then there is no indebtedness. As soon as we forget Krishna, we become indebted to somebody. And that we cannot repay. It goes on. That's why this is the key, You think of Krishna all the time. Why? So we will not be indebted. See, this is how the Maya tricks. How nicely. Otherwise, we indebted so much trouble, we will be bound to repay it back. So, this is what we have to follow. That's why we should become devotees of the Lord. Then we are no longer indebted to anybody. He writes it up. So, vancha kalpataru vyascha kripa sindhu devacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That was pronounced to everybody. Please forgive me for the delay.
And what pronounced?